my dear students, welcome back to Gurudeva online class. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the one more important lesson from the sociology part, that culture. Dear student, you already discussed the first lesson from the sociology part, that introduction of sociology. So today we are going to discuss second lesson from the sociology part, that culture. So in that lesson we are going to discuss the few important objectives. Those are the first one, meaning and nature of culture. What is the meaning, and with that we are going to discuss what is the nature of the culture. And the second one, types of culture. How many types are there in culture? And the third point, what are the features of culture? How many features are there in culture? So that also we are going to discuss from this lesson. And the next one, relationship between society and culture. What is the relation between the society and as well as culture? And the last point we are going to discuss that importance of cultural rituals and diversity. So these are the points we are going to discuss from the lesson, that culture. Today class we are going to discuss first 3 points. In that first one, meaning and nature of culture, types of culture, features of culture. So let us discuss one by one. In that first one, meaning and nature of culture. Generally, culture means lifestyle. The person who have a good lifestyle definitely will become a great person. If you see few freedom fighters like Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi ji, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, if you see these people, why these people are great in the society? Because of they have good culture. So that the culture, it decided to the human characteristics. And also the human being is not only social being, and also human being is a cultural being. And the culture, it makes human being different from the animals. And also cultural and society are the two faces of the same coin. The cultural and the society both also very important in the human life. And also the human beings social, religious, political, economical and spiritual aspects decided to human culture. Also the every human being considered as a cultural representatives, and it is the considered as a biological system of the social traditions. And also the culture, it indicates progress in lifestyle, is music, literature, art, science and technology which has given to the society. And also the cultural, it makes human society unique and meaningful. And the word culture is used in specific sense in sociology and as well as anthropology. And also the cultural means the transfer of knowledge, experience, belief, value, behavior, hierarchy, relationship from one generation to other generation. The cultural we can call as a systematic of life and also share the knowledge among the people. So this is we can call as the cultural. And also the cultural means a life pattern of a group of people, and also it contains the life of symbol along with the belief and values. So this is we can call also culture. Finally, the culture means lifestyle, and also the cultural, it transfer from one generation to next generation. Yes, let us discuss the what is the meaning of culture. The culture, this word derived from the Latin word that calera. Calera means cultivate in Latin. And also culture, during the medieval period, cultural was in the form of agricultural to indicate the improved yield of sown seeds. But during the 18th and 19th century, the cultural we are going to consider as a human behavior pattern. And also there were many socialists, they have given a different definition about the cultural. So among those, the two important socialists, in that first one, Taylor. According to Taylor, cultural means, cultural is that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, rules and regulations, traditions and any other capabilities earned by the human being as a member of society. This is according to E.B. Taylor. And also the according to Malinowski. According to Malinowski, cultural means the tool created by human beings to design is aims of life is called cultural. According to him, the cultural means which are the values helpful the human to reach is a goal. Those we can call as the culture. Let's discuss the types of culture. According to Akbar, the culture we are going to divide into the two important parts. The first one material culture and the second one non-material cultural. Yes, let us discuss what is the difference between material cultural and non-material cultural. The first one material cultural. The material cultural, it includes the physical object. It is possible to see the eyes and as well as the tools, and it is created by human beings by converting natural resource into man-made. Here the people are going to make different things by the using of natural resource. The few example like house, building, bridges, road, dam, machines, production centers, industries, computer and technology. So these are the made by the human beings by the using of natural resources. So these are the we can consider as a material cultural, and also it is called civilization. And also the material cultural we can see sudden change. So this is about the material cultural. So let us discuss about the non-material cultural. The non-material cultural, it includes thoughts, ideas, belief and values. And also it means human achievements. The non-material means it made by the human. If you see material and non-material cultural, both are made by the human beings. And also what are the examples like traditions, belief, rituals and customs, moral values, ideas, art, literature, religion and languages. So these are the few examples of the non-material cultural. And also compared to material cultural, the non-material cultural, it change slow. We cannot see the sudden change. So these are the difference between the material cultural and as well as non-material culture. Let us discuss what are the features of culture. The culture, it has 6 features. Those are: the first one, culture is abstract. Second, the culture is social. The third, culture is learned. Fourth, culture means coexistence. Fifth, culture is continuous. At last, culture is diverse. So these are the 6 features of the culture. So let us discuss one by one. In the first one, the culture is abstract. Dear student, the culture, it is the lifestyle of a social group. It is not personal. It is a lifestyle of social group, because the man is not leading his life alone. He is going to leading his life in the society. So that the lifestyle of social group we can call as the culture. And also the expected way of life is carried from one generation to another generation. So here the culture, it is not a stagnant of water. The culture, it is a flowing of water. So that cultural means just we are going to shift from one generation to other generation. It means the traditions, customs, lifestyle, food, beliefs, ideas, moral values. So these we can consider as a culture. The culture means it is going to transfer from one generation to next generation. This is the first features of culture. So let us discuss the second features of the culture, that culture is social. I said that the culture, it is not a personal. The culture, it is the social. Here the human being is going to sharing his life, food, dress, rituals and living with them. Here the human beings always is going to sharing his knowledge with others. So this is the second features, that culture is social. Yes, let us discuss the third features of the culture, that culture is learned. Dear student, the culture, it is a learning process, and also the culture, it does not come by birth, and also it is not made by the human being also. This gets formed in the interaction with various members of the society. Means a child receives culture through the process of socialization, and also behaviors learned through interactions with various people. Discussion is called as a culture. If you see children or student, daily they are going to learning something. If you see student, they learn from the teachers. When they are going to school, daily they are going to learning something. And also they are going to learn from elders in their house. And also they are going to learn something from their friends when they are going to play with their friends, and when they are going to gather with the friends. During that time they are going to learning new thing. So that culture we can consider as a learned. So this is the third features of the culture. Let us discuss the next features of the culture. That culture means coexistence. Dear student, here each and every one person he get the opportunity to sharing his values, ideas, belief and his thoughts. What are the aspects to support coexistence of human beings? Those are the first one: values, knowledge, traditions, belief and others. So these are the support to the coexistence of human beings. So that we consider as a culture means coexistence. So this is the fourth features of the culture. Let us discuss the fifth features of culture. That culture is continuous. I said that the culture, it is not a stagnant of water, it is a flowing of water. The every culture grows imbuing new aspects into it. See some cultures like art, imagination, rules and regulations, these are get formulated by our past people, but also we are going to shift from one generation to other generation, but we are not going to see the more changes, only minor changes we can see the these cultures like art, imagination, rules and regulation. So this is the fifth features of the culture. Yes, let us discuss the sixth features of the culture. That culture is diverse. Dear student, each and every one social group it has their own culture. As you know that India it has many states. If we see few states like Andhra, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Jammu Kashmir, these states they have their own lifestyle, food habits, traditions, customs and dress. So that the culture it is not uniform. And also the culture like customs, moral values, art, belief, language, so these we can see differ from the society to society. And also the difference is also visible in rural, urban and tribal society. If you compare rural, urban and tribal, we are going to see a different culture. So what we are going to see the cultural in rural area, we cannot see in urban area and as well as tribal society. So that the culture it is not a uniform. And also food habit and dress. If you compare South Karnataka and North Karnataka, we are going to see the lot of difference. The people living in the same place, we are going to see the different culture. So that the culture it is not a uniform, but achieving unity in this diversity it is a important. So these are the six features of the culture. And dear student, this is about the today class. Dear student, in this class we discussed what is the meaning and nature of culture, what are the definitions of culture. With that we discussed what are the types of cultural like material cultural and non-material cultural. We discussed what is the difference between material cultural and non-material cultural. With that we discussed what are the six types of cultural like culture is abstract, culture is social, culture is learnt, culture is coexistence, culture is continuous and culture is diverse. These are the six features of the culturals. So remaining we can discuss in the next video. Bye my dear student.